Okay, so today we're going to be shaping the headstock. So I found this template online. This is for the front. That's for the back. So what I basically did is just cut it out and then try to place it somewhere where it's comparable to the headstock that I have. And I made a line. Okay, so as you can see, this is right off the template, but I'm not sure if I want to make the line here or cut there, because I'm kind of worried about it not being as supported if I take this piece out. So what I did is I just made a little line here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut around the line, and I will cut there. And if I want to reshape it, I can always take this little part off, but I don't want to do it until I'm sure. I'm going to go ahead and do the back as well. And this is a template for the back, so I put that on there. And again, as you can see, I adjusted the line just a little bit, just a hair, because I did not want to take that much off. But if I feel that it won't interfere with the stability of the headstock or anything else, I'll just cut just a little higher. So the template's set. All we gotta do is mount it securely and go around it with a jigsaw. I do have my bandsaw that I could very easily use for this project, but let's see. I mean, I guess I could use it. Yeah, I'll probably go for my bandsaw then. I don't think I'll probably be more trouble than it's worth to get the jigsaw, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the bandsaw. We will leave a little bit of space before the line so that we can sand off and shape it. And then we'll see what kind of headstock we get. So we got the bandsaw ready to go. I'll run it through and see how cleanly I can get through the lines that I made. And then hopefully when we come back, I'll have this headstock shaped to what the intended plan is. So after about an hour, probably like half an hour of sanding, the headstock's coming along really nice. But I'm also starting to realize that I do need to go back and cut this part, make it more Telecaster-like, because right now that bump doesn't really look right. And I guess I could leave it like that, but I think we can do a little bit better, making it closer to what a Telecaster headstock should look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of this off and then sand it more, and then we'll look at what we have up to this point. So we finally have our finished headstock. I ended up shaving that part that I wanted to remove, and I think now it looks more like a Telecaster headstock. Basically all we have left to do is fit the body and this together and do a little bit of measuring for the bridge. So we got the neck on, and this is actually looking so good. I'm like shocked, especially with the back. I mean, this is going to be a very comfortable instrument. You know, the carb makes all the difference. You get the carb here, easier access. I drilled the hole into the pocket so that we could put this neck plate. The headstock, I mean, near perfect. That right there's a knot. I tried sanding it off, but it just wouldn't go away. I think that's just a knot in the wood. But I'm fine with it. I mean, it's not meant to be a perfect guitar. It's meant to be a very playable and very good guitar that I can enjoy. So, but the neck is on, and it is taking the shape that I always imagined it would take, and I'm loving it. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure so that we get our scale length correct, and then we'll start filling in some holes and drilling for the bridge. So what I did is I put on the tuners, well, at least one of them, and I put in a pickup and I measured. So my line here is basically the 25.5-inch scale length. I got a ruler, a straight edge ruler, ran a couple of lines there, ran my line across, and basically started calibrating. I got my top loading bridge and I ran a string into the bridge underneath the saddle, and I ran the string from one side to another into the tuner. As you can see, the string is going to go straight into the nut, into the tuning peg. So I feel that we're perfect with we're going to be perfect with the intonation. Obviously, I haven't strung it up and tuned it yet. So the bridge is in the right place. So all we got to do now is start filling in these holes and sand the top off so we can start staining. We will need to start glossing or spraying the headstock in the neck. At this time, I'm not going to put a decal there, but that might come some other time. I'm not worried about putting a decal at this time, though. So we're going to leave the headstock blank. But I'm really enjoying this, and I'm really realizing how much fun I was missing out on in trying to set this guitar up. But we're getting there. I ordered some parts. Not parts, but I've ordered some stains. This is going to get stained with Angelus leather dye. It's going to be red. We're going to try to see what we can do with this sort of quilted top veneer that they put on here. And the bottom will be a mahogany stain. And then just really can't wait to get this thing all together and ready for playing. But I really like it. I picked it up and I sort of kind of just held it for a little bit and just imagined playing on that. And it's a super comfortable guitar. Not too heavy. I mean, I haven't weighed it yet. The neck is really thick. It's your traditional, almost feels like a baseball bat kind of neck. But I don't mind it. I mean, I play acoustics all the time, so it's not really, and I'm not going to be shredding on this. I'm just going to maybe play some blues, jazz, chords, stuff like that. So I don't mind this. But it's coming along great, and I just can't wait to start sanding this down and getting ready for staining and then spraying. So more or less, we have everything put into place. Pickguard is screwed on. Bridge is screwed on. Bridge pickup is screwed on. The headstock has been cut and sanded down. So we ended up putting these tuners just to make sure that string was nice and straight. And as you can see, very straight. I mean, this thing is turning out really nice. I mean, I'm loving it. I mean, every moment I work on it, I'm noticing that this is going to be something. I can't wait. So where we're at with the stains is that they've been ordered. It's going to take a couple of days for them to get here. Like I mentioned before, we're going to go with a red. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sand down, make it nice and smooth. Sand it down maybe to 400, maybe 600. I want this to be extra smooth. That way when I start staining it, I won't have to sand too much to make it all even. I love it. And this is going to be nice. So I'm going to go ahead and disassemble it one last time, and then I'm going to sand down the top and the back, and then I guess we're done for today. And just to kind of give you an idea of that veneer, I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. I mean, once we dye this, it's going to be gorgeous. I mean, this is beautiful. The headstock and the neck are also got done today. We got our knot that wasn't able to do anything about, but the shape is fine. We got this sanded down as well to 400 grit. Nice meaty, thick neck. And if you have a good imagination, I mean, this just looks beautiful. Well, it's going to be beautiful. So we're waiting up on the dyes, and we'll start dyeing the front of the guitar. For the back, we're gonna do a mahogany, and I also ordered that mirror wax to put on the back for the mahogany stain. And you know, you got the black binding, and you will have the front of the guitar. I mean, it's gonna look great. One thing I just wanted to mention, that when I put the bridge on, this neck is a little high, or at least high for the how it's compensated with the pick guard. So I might have to shim this, but I'm not sure yet. But I could also try to adjust the truss rod, but I'm not going to worry about that right now, because I think we got so much work done today that we're basically already done. So we should get those things probably at the end of the week, and then we'll be able to let this bad boy cure. We'll wet sand, and we'll start assembling the electronics and see how this thing sounds. But for now, thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day, and we will see each other in the next episode.